You will know 95% of the homeless people today have either lost somebody or have suffered through some kind of depression and anxiety. Going through this situation is very difficult, as you all know. A lot of my family and my friends have lost someone, and as well as my own experience losing my father, my brother, my son, and then my daughter in such a short amount of time span. But there is a way of comfort, and this is a time and chance. We sometimes, when something happens like this, we can either lean into the situation or we can just run away. And we find this on the streets, that so many people have run away from that situation. There are many interviews, and I have done with some of the homeless people where they said, I couldn't do it anymore. I lost my husband, so we lost our house. I lost my job because of depression. Not that I didn't want to work, is that I couldn't because of depression and anxiety. So they ended up checking out, and they didn't want to have that feeling of the remembrance of their loved ones. So they decided to get in a community where other people felt the same way. And this is why you have so much of this. And then they tend to get into drugs and alcohol to numb their pain. So to make a short note, this has a problem where we have that common denominator with so many people, knowing that we can feel, we can have empathy for these people as well, knowing what they're going through. And the best way is to tell them the only hope is in Jesus Christ. For myself, as being brought up in a Christian home, as being my dad as a pastor, I did have a really good foundation, but it wasn't until I graduated from college that I really knew what true love was. And it was kind of love that didn't expect anything in return. And so in a sense, I wanted to learn how to do that. I wanted to learn to love and not expect anything in return. And I think that's one reason I started this ministry, 7 times 7 Overcomers Ministry, is that I could love people without having them love me back. And I think if you're going through this process, you need to find something that you can do to learn to serve others. It's so easy to go back in our past and relive things that could have been or should have been or what we could have said, because it's a past, and just like scrambled eggs, we cannot unscramble them. And so in this scenario, we have to be able to go and help other people. And by helping other people, this is how healing yourself from all this grief and anxiety. I really wanted to talk about this topic because the last few weeks I have been speaking to some people in the ministry where they had an apartment, they had a home, and me and my pastor were having breakfast last week, and we ran into one of the girls, Carol, and she just came up and just nonchalant said, yeah, I used to live at those apartments over there, me and my husband, when I was married. And you look and you think, wow, when you look at her, you think she's been on the streets forever. But she had a life, and she had a family, she had a husband, and she had a place to live. But she decided to check out. And that's one thing we want to really try and prevent, getting to the root of people and not allowing them to check out so fast. So it's really important to share your testimony and tell other people what you've been going through and how God is helping you. And through you helping others, it will help your healing process as well as theirs. So take this opportunity to help somebody out there that you have gone through something similar, because we all need each other, and people feel like sometimes they just want to be alone, but they really don't, because God made us to be together and to help each other, because we will die alone. We will die alone on the streets. There are people that are homeless that are dying on the streets because of lack of communication. And there are people that are shut indoors because their family members, their kids don't ever come and visit them anymore. And so they're dying inside too. So God made all of us to be together, to support. So whenever you feel like you say, I just want to be alone, I'm better alone, because we know that's not true. Being together is being stronger. So please take this opportunity to help somebody out there. God bless.